Alright guys, welcome back to Arsenal 23. I'm RJ. Today we're going to be testing the 22 Magnum versus the 22 LR. The 22 Magnum gun we're going to be using today is the North American Arms 1 1/8 inch barrel. And our 22 LR gun is going to be the Smith & Wesson 317 Airlight model with the 1 7/8 inch barrel. I think these guns are going to be a pretty fair comparison. With that being said, let's get the breakdown of these cartridges.
The 22 long rifle, commonly abbreviated as 22 LR, is a relatively small rimfire cartridge that was introduced in 1887 by American firearms manufacturer J. Stevens Arms and Tool Company. Following the 22s in the mid-1800s, Stevens simply combined the case from a 22 long and a 40 grain bullet, increasing the overall length of the cartridge. The 22 long rifle has gained incredible popularity with both novice and expert shooters, praised for its low cost and low recoil. The 22 long rifle's small size and low recoil make it a perfect cartridge for small, lightweight, easy to carry firearms for concealed carry, but is 22 long rifle viable for self-defense? Well, in 1959, the Winchester Repeating Arms Company introduced the 22 Winchester Magnum rimfire, or 22 Magnum for short. 22 Magnum offered a larger, wider, and thicker cartridge case that could contain more gunpowder and withstand higher pressures, typically resulting in significantly higher velocities. But does the 22 Magnum have any benefits over 22 long rifle and a short barrel pocket gun? Let's find out. So we first shot some rounds from each caliber through the chronograph, starting with the 22 Magnum. The 30 grain Hornady VMAX gave an average velocity of 1,091 feet per second, a bit lower than we had expected, but still a pretty solid number for a 22 rimfire. Then we tested the 32 grain CCI Stingers out of the 22 long rifle, which produced an average velocity of 1,085 feet per second, 6 feet per second slower than the 22 Magnum. This equated to 84 energy foot-pounds for the 22 long rifle and 79 foot-pounds for the 22 Magnum. But these are just numbers in a chart, and 5 foot-pounds of energy is within the margin of error from one round to the next. Let's see if we can see a difference in some other tests. RJ, what you got there?
Oh, you know, got some fruit, some apples.
What
Got some grapefruits.
Oh.
Got a cantaloupe, a watermelon.
You want to shoot them?
Yeah, I think we should shoot them. Oh, shit. Let's get to it. What you got there?
Oh, I just got me a 22.
What you gonna do with that?
This.
Oh my God.
Wow. I did not expect that. Let's see. Let's see what a 22 mag does. The concussion from this thing just cracks me up.
Oh my.
All that powder on the front of it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it spit out of the 22 hole. Jeez. Juiced my table.
Not the watermelon.
All over me. Jeez. Let's turn this here. God. I figure 22s are pretty effective.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The Magnum tore it up.
Man.
Smush.
Jeez. Cooked the cantaloupe. Yeah, I think the 22 mag was just moving too fast.
Yeah.
Grapefruit.
It's just way too fast.
God, it's hard to believe 22 LR did that.
Mm. What's that taste like?
Soda! Now let's put some rounds into this ballistic gel. Now the first round we're going to be shooting is the CCI Stinger 32 grain copper plated hollow point. Next up is the Hornady 30 grain VMAX 22 mag.
So let's see the damage. Got 22 long rifle here, 22 Magnum.
Wound channel, I expected to be a little bit farther, a little bit wider. 22 LR, I'm really surprised at. Got a huge wound channel and a lot of expansion. I'm only seeing 4 projectiles. Didn't you shoot 6 times?
I may have shot a little low.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Let's take a look at the 22. 8 inches on that first projectile, 10 inches on that second one. Wound channel looks pretty good. On the 22 Magnum, we've got about 11, 12 inches of penetration. Wound channel still looks pretty good. As for the third projectiles, God knows where they are. Let's take a closer look though. Let's check these out.
Oh man, they expanded good. Get a close up of these. So the CCIs must have opened up pretty quick because they stopped in what, 8 to 10 inches of gel?
Right.
I mean, the wound channels look pretty similar between 22 mag and 22 LR, so
Absolutely.
I guess they were about equal in that. Now the CCIs did stop at about 8 inches though, right?
Right.
Yeah. So I was figuring if these things didn't expand, they would go a little bit further, but 12 inches, it really isn't all that much.
Right.
That's what she said.
As compared to the 22's 8 inches. But all right, let's take it on to the truck, see what we think about these calibers.
Seth, what's your thoughts on these huge calibers we tested today?
Honestly, I thought the 22 mag was going to outperform the 22 LR in every test, but it actually was the other way around. The 22 LR really opened up in the gel, and the wound channels were about identical in the 2 cartridges. The watermelon and the 22 LR just blew me away. Like, it was wild. At like blasted watermelon juice all over me, and the fruit test just really proved my point as far as the 22 LR. What do you think?
I was expecting a lot more out of 22 Magnum also, just by recoil and the fact that it's a lot taller than 22 LR.
Yeah.
Especially when we shot the fruit. I mean, you saw just how much percussion came through.
Yeah.
But yeah, 22 LR just shined out 22 Magnum.
What do you think?
Well, with everything considered, and that being said, in a handgun like that, at a small frame, I'd probably choose the 22 LR just because the way it performed in the gel and the way it exploded that fruit. If you had to choose, what would you guys carry? 22 LR or 22 Mag?
22 LR just because of how much it performed over the 22 Magnum.
Yeah, the test that we had today, the 22 LR outperformed the 22 mag in every test.
Yeah.
All right, that wraps up our video today. Until next time. You guys actually carry one of these things? This is like a pea shooter, dude.
Yeah, it seems pretty tiny to me. You know what? I got something better.